What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of It's Food Dude. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some easy cake pops. These cake pops taste just like the ones at Starbucks, and they're super simple and easy to make. It took me a while to master the cake pop, but I finally got it down, and I want to show y'all some easy ways to make them. So let's get started. Thank you. Okay, so first I'm going to start out with an already baked cake. And this is just a cake that I made from a Betty Crocker mix. I just put it in a quarter sheet pan, and then I'm going to use a fork and start breaking it up. I have some parchment paper underneath my cake, so I'm going to make sure I remove it because when I'm making my cake pops, I don't want to accidentally get paper inside. So I'm going to continue mixing that up with my hands. This should be the perfect crumb. This is kind of what it should look like. So just get a feel, like you want to make sure everything is uniform in size, no big chunks, and make sure everything is nice and mixed together. So I'm using this canned frosting. This only costs $1.50. And then I just have a regular spoon, and I'm gonna make sure to only add about a scoop at a time. I'm probably gonna end up doing about 2 or 3 dollops and just mixing as I go because I don't want to over add the frosting, and make sure the consistency is correct. I'm using a fork to slowly incorporate that buttercream. I don't want to go too fast with my hands just because it's gonna stick to my hands right away, so I want to start getting those crumbs incorporated into the frosting, and then I will slowly start to use my hands and mix everything together. Alright, so our dough is completely finished. It should be the texture of Play-Doh. It should make a smooth ball. If it doesn't make a smooth ball, you might need to add some more buttercream, but you definitely don't want a dry cake pop ball. So when you touch your dough, this is kind of the consistency you want it at. It almost resembles like a cookie dough when you mix it, and it's nice and smooth, and this is what the cake pop mix should look like too. Alright, so now we're going to start forming our balls. I'm going to start with about maybe a half a tablespoon. You don't want the balls too big because they will fall off of your stick, so you want them the perfect size. So it's going to be about a half a tablespoon, and we'll see where it goes from there. And I'm just going to roll that into a smooth ball and make sure there's no cracks or crevices in my ball. Alright, so I got all of my balls nicely formed up, and then I'm going to be using this white vanilla candy coating chocolate I got from Kroger. I'm going to break off one small piece, and I'm going to be using that piece to dip my sticks into the chocolate, and then we're going to dip that into the cake pop. Okay, so now we're ready to rock and roll. I got these cake pop sticks from Kroger, and then I got a piece of styrofoam from Michael's. It was probably $5. And I also got some gel coloring. You don't have to dye your white chocolate, but I am going to choose so. And so I melted my chocolate like we talked about, and then I'm just going to be dipping a little bit of the popsicle stick into that, and then we're going to stick that right into our cake pop ball. Once it's dipped, you want to make sure you kind of spread out that icing along the base, because if you don't, then the stick will sometimes pop out very easily. So it's just nice to spread the melted chocolate around the stick. When you're finished with that, you're going to want to pop these in the freezer for about 15 minutes to make sure that they set, and then you'll be ready to start dipping your cake pops. So I ended up melting the rest of my chocolate. I just followed the directions on the package, and all my cake pops are ready to be dipped. I am now going to add my food coloring. If you don't want to add food coloring, you don't have to. You can leave them white. But I'm decided to do some blue, so I'm just going to mix that all together, and then I'm going to start dipping my cake pop. Alright, so I've got 2 dipped already, and then now I'm going to show you guys what I do. I just run that icing along the sides, and then I go around the top, and I just gently tap on the side of my container to make sure I'm getting that excess chocolate off of there. And then sometimes you can use a spoon if you're missing a few spots along the bottom. That's what I do, because I don't want to overly dunk my cake pops and then possibly end up breaking them. So I just lightly touch them up with my spoon and then wipe off that excess icing. Feel free to add sprinkles to these when your cake balls are wet. You don't have to. You can skip this step, or you can actually drizzle with another color or drizzle with the leftover icing that you have on top, and that creates a cool kind of look as well. Thanks everybody for watching. So if you like this video, give us a fat thumbs up, a juicy thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel. You can comment down below and do all that good stuff. And see you next time. Bye.